Here we are inside the Vanilla Dome for the B League of the second season. Welcome everybody, I'm the Emperor. The 8 teams that did not qualify via qualifiers for this season, in addition to the 4 teams that were relegated from Season 1, will compete in the B League. First up, Funnels with 2 heats of 6. And we are rolling. Looks like the Greenies and Time Warpers hold the lead up at the top, as the Oddballs continue to plummet down the course, joined by True Blue. I'd like to make an announcement now that 4 of these teams have, not necessarily these teams, but they have sent me letters of resignation, and they will be, no matter how this season goes, they will be resigning at the end of the season, as the Greenies hold the lead here. So, we will reveal the 4 teams that are retiring at the end of the 4 events, as the Greenies will win this heat, and will move on with the Purple Rockets and the Oddballs, who managed to recover nicely after finishing pretty poorly in the qualifiers, and didn't have a good start to this event either. 36.47, the provisional best time by Greenie. We're ready for our second heat here, with the Minty Maniacs, Chili Cat's Eyes, White Dragons, Cannonballs, Team Plasma, and the Green Geese. White Dragons, and joined by Chili Cat's Eyes, and I believe, is that the Cannonballs, or is that Team Plasma? Either way, the White Dragons are just plummeting. They are in the final funnel, and the White Dragons, will they be last? Yes, they will. The White Dragons. They have had disappointing finish after disappointing finish, as the Minty Maniacs and Chili Cat's Eyes will also be eliminated, which means that Team Plasma, the Green Geese, and the Cannonballs will be moving on. Good job done to all those teams. All of them qualified via qualifiers there, with the exception... they did not qualify via qualifiers, with the exception of the Green Geese, who placed in 12th in last year's B League. Now, last year's B League did have 15 teams, so therefore the 11th, 10th, and 9th place teams actually did manage to go to qualifiers. But down to 12 teams for this season, as we are ready to go to the final. Greenie, Billy, Dund, Orbit, Tarzan, and Getsus. Who will win the first goal of the B League? Got a 3 marble pack up at the top as the 2 green marbles hold the lead. And Billy takes the lead for the Green Geese as the Oddballs are the first one to finish. With the Purple Rockets in 5th, will they hold on with their Captain Orbit? No. So we have our top 4. The Cannonballs drop on through and we will have our podium. Green Geese have fallen into the final funnel. They will finish 3rd. Greenies down into 2nd, and that means Team Plasma will hold on and will get the first goal. The reserve gets us, doing it just barely over Greenie. Ooh, that is going to be a good time from Getsus, dropping in well past Greenie. This marks the 2nd time now that the Greenies have opened a tournament with the silver medal. What's the time from Getsus? Might be pushing for a track record, maybe. And it will be 40 seconds flat, and that is the best time of the event. As the White Dragons will finish in last. They have now finished in last in 4 out of the 6 events they have competed in. 3 events from Season 1, and 2 events from Season 1, the 2018 tournament, and now this. But it's Team Plasma celebrating atop the podium of the Greenies and the Green Geese. It's the Green Geese's first podium of all time. Congratulations to them. So we're only 1 event in now, so naturally the standings will reflect that. So it's Team Plasma leading the way over the Greenies and Green Geese. The bottom 4 currently consist of Chili Cat's Eyes, Snowballs, Minty Maniacs, and the White Dragons, as we head to block pushing now. Heading into block pushing now. Funnels tested endurance. Block pushing will test strength. Who can push the farthest here? We will have heats of 2 with, it looks like, Chili Cat's Eyes and the championship leaders, Team Plasma, to kick us off. Looks like Plasma's gonna have the further push on the bottom lane with the 21-7. Ooh, 17-5 from the Chili Cat's Eyes. Not good. With the Rockets and Minty Maniacs up now, both of these teams were in the A-League last year. Both did not do well, as the Purple Rockets will get a good push here with a 24-6. Purple Rockets into the lead. 18.6 from the Minty Maniacs, that's provisional third. Greenies and the Green Geese. Ooh, the Greenies are going to lose one in the bottom lane. That'll be a penalty centimeter. The Green Geese. That is a good push from them. I believe they are in provisional second behind the Purple Rockets. Purple Rockets won 3 medals last season and still finished last. Ooh, good lunge there by the Oddballs. They will beat the Time Warpers by 0.02 of a second. Snowballs and Cannonballs. Snowballs yet to win a medal in any tournament. Very contrasting colors there. And the Cannonballs will take the lead with a 26-3. With only 2 runners to go, the Cannonballs are guaranteed a medal. True Blue and the White Dragons. This time the top lane will lose one. And True Blue will get docked a centimeter there, as the White Dragons will come in with a 22-5. So it's the Cannonballs winning the second event above the Purple Rockets and the Oddballs. The Purple Rockets have earned their 4th medal between the collective leagues now, which is more than a fair amount of teams, I might say. They were hoping to bounce back and maybe win the B-League here. As the Cannonballs take the lead, 29 to Team Plasma's 23. Purple Rockets are in third. We have a tie for 4th. The Green Geese and Oddballs have finished in the same position both times. After the conclusion of block pushing, we head to the Quick Sand Mogul event. Heats of 3 will be competing. The top 2 move on to the semifinals, and then it's the traditional format that we saw in the A-League. Cannonballs, Greenies, and Oddballs here. This is the Cannonballs. After the lead, they will win. Greenies are going to place last in their heat and therefore will not advance. The Sparky and Anna moving on. That was very close. All the times within 0.06 of a second. Plasma, Smokey, and Bombay. Ooh, out of the cannon, out of the starting gate like a cannon go the Purple Rockets. They will move on by a mile. 2 seconds flat from Smokey. That ties the record. Plasma will come in second and will be moving on. But the Purple Rockets with some momentum. Snowball, Blue, and Spearmint for the third heat now. And it's the Snowballs after the lead. Oh, they get nudged by True Blue, and the Snowballs will come in last. That block just laid down by True Blue nearly stops the Snowballs in their track. With a 3.01, the Snowballs sitting in provisional last. The Time Warpers, White Dragons, and Chili Cat's Eyes up now. We'll get the Time Warpers. White Dragons will win the heat. The White Dragons have finally had something go their way for once. The 219 from Dragon. This might be actually their best event, and I guess that's saying something, considering they've only moved out of the heats. We saw our 4 eliminated runners here, with True Blue, the Oddballs, Team Plasma, and Chili Cat's Eyes now. Top 2 will move on to the final, and the Chili Cat's Eyes, ooh! They're going to win this heat in a very good time. Will it be enough to break the record? Yes, it will! Yellow Eye takes the record from the rivals, the Bronze Tigers. And that's got a sting for the Tigers. Cannonballs, White Dragons, Purple Rockets, and the Minty Maniacs. And it's the Cannonballs out of the gate, and the Purple Rockets will try and get by, but a nice block laid down by Anno. Both will advance to the final. The Purple Rockets, they've been on fire in this B-League so far. Will they be able to catch up to Team Plasma and the Cannonballs? The 2 teams ahead of them are in the final with them, along with the Chili Cat's Eyes. Who will win the 3rd gold? And it looks like it's the Cannonballs, with another block laid down on Smokey. And the Cannonballs will set the other sub-2 second run, and they will win gold above the Purple Rockets and Team Plasma. Chili Cat's Eyes, despite coming away with a record, cannot podium. these three teams have been absolutely dominating so far. We'll have to see if they can change that, if any of the other teams can get by in the Winter Triathlon, but these three teams currently hold the top 3 spots and are guaranteed to qualify for the qualifiers. They're also the only 3 teams that can still win the B-League. The Cannonballs have a 12-point advantage over the Purple Rockets with their second gold. We are now here in the final event of the B-League, the Winter Triathlon. The goal to stay out of the bottom 4 in the overall standings, as they will be relegated for the Season 3 B-League, hosted by the Dodgers. They will be making some preparations with that soon, as we are ready to kick off the triathlon with the White Dragons, Snowballs, and the Greenies. Top 2 advance to the semifinals, and the White Dragons get some momentum going with them. Looks like the Greenies are going to drop through first, then the Snowballs. Greenland holding a lead over Snowy. Will they be able to cross? Yes. Can the White Dragons get in the draft? No, they are eliminated. This does mean, by the way, that the White Dragons will not be competing in the Season 3 qualifiers. They will be relegated for the 2nd season in a row. Chili Cat's Eyes, the Time Warpers, and the Green Geese. Another team with a decent amount of momentum to them. The Chili Cat's Eyes. The Green Geese are going to drop in right behind them. Ooh! Mallard just bounces backwards there. Can Blue Eye advance? Yes. Mallard will as well, eliminating the Time Warpers. I don't think this spells doom for the Time Warpers yet. However, if the Snowballs and or True Blue can get by, they will be eliminated. True Blue, the Oddballs, and the Purple Rockets, who need to advance to chip away at the Cannonballs' lead. What can Sulfur do? Well, it's True Blue and the Purple Rockets out there. The Purple Rockets take the near lane, True Blue to the far. True Blue will advance, and the Purple Rockets. The Oddballs will not cross the line. So things just got a bit harder for the Time Warpers if they want to stay out of the bottom 4. Cannonballs, Minty Maniacs, and Team Plasma. Cannonballs advance here. They're guaranteed a podium, basically. They will drop in first, and then Team Plasma, the Minty Maniacs. Their difficulties continue after just missing qualification. Cannonballs will advance, followed by Team Plasma. And Peppermint from the Minty Maniacs cannot advance. 16:28 is the worst time of the day, and the Minty Maniacs will place last in the event and the B-League. And that's gotta hurt. They just missed qualifying by 2 points. And now they will be relegated for another season. So we're ready for our first semifinal. This has pretty big championship implications. If True Blue advances, I think that might knock the Time Warpers out. Maybe? Oh, that was a very nice time from the Green Geese. And the Greenies and True Blue will be eliminated here. Mallard runs a sub-10 second run. So there was an error on the graph there. It was actually the Cannonballs moving on to the final instead of the Greenies. So that means the Cannonballs have done it. Just by moving on to the final, they have won the B-League. Obviously, there's still bragging rights to compete for here as the Snowballs... Ooh, camera wasn't even panning over there. And the Purple Rockets, they have a lot of momentum going with them right now. That is the best time I think we've ever seen in this event from Sulfur. Wow. So we're lined up for the final here with the Cannonballs, Snowballs, Purple Rockets, and the Green Geese. Who will win the final gold? Cannonballs are now guaranteed to place top 4 in every event, as the Snowballs drop on through first. Purple Rockets close up on the Cannonballs, who bounce backwards. Snowballs will draft and will get the gold. Purple Rockets will come in with their 3rd silver in 4 events, followed by the Cannonballs, and last but not least, the Green Geese could not make the podium. But what a run there by the Snowballs, kind of coming out of nowhere. That's the first medal ever for the Snowballs. Purple Rockets, I said they had 4 medals after block push, and they now have 6! That's pretty insane for a team that finished last in the A-League in their only appearance. Cannonballs will round out the podium and will dominate the competition with 61 points, 2 golds, and a bronze. And now, the bottom 4 teams will be the Time Warpers, Chili Cat's Eyes, White Dragons, and the Minty Maniacs. And we go to the closing ceremony.